This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Glad to have you with us from Springfield, Missouri, Plaster Stadium, home to the Missouri State Bears. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Missouri State Bears. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollock with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Hilltoppers will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Missouri State's offense will go on the attack first. Quarterback may change this route. Trying to get the edge on the right. Still on his feet at the 35. Turning on the Jets. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
This doesn't happen with just anybody at tailback. You got to do this with a dude, a guy you know can roll. Just toss it to him, let him get out in the open field. He'll do the rest and make big gains.
Got a little space. Lots of running room. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
That's caught. It's Collins. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. And the Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going back to the ground. They'll finally get him stopped. The 1-yard line. What a run there. The Bears line it up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Missouri State.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. So Western Kentucky's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. Had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
The Hilltoppers need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the Hilltoppers will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on first down to throw. It falls incomplete, and we'll change ends of the field to get things started back up. We've come to the end of the period. It's Missouri State holding the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Off play action. Throws for the tight end. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
They think there's room to run to the right here. Brought down at the 37-yard line. His defense denies them on third down. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. Fourth down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's fourth down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Wants to fire on second down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Going for the big play. Snags it down the right side. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. The Hilltoppers will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Caught behind the line. It's West. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. And now a chance to pull even as we get late here in the first half. Bring in the heat. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stopped short of the goal line. Looking to throw on third and goal. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Toppers. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Every coach in the country talks about finishing half strong. Man, how about that? You get the touchdown, a chance to tie this game up and take all the momentum into halftime.
And he made that extra point. The wet turf, no problem at all. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Offense changing the play. They'll try to get outside. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri State. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Well, I don't know if there was a lot of question with respect to who that ball was going to be going to. This quarterback knows who his best playmaker is, and on the final play of the first half, he was looking him up. It wasn't going to be easy, but they're able to execute, get on the same page, score the touchdown, and they've got the lead.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, thanks, guys. And through 2 quarters of ball, it looks like we're in for another fun one here today. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. Either way, it's time to find out. Back to the best in the biz for the start of this third quarter.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
And the Hilltoppers in the hurry-up. To the ground to try to move the chains. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
On in the backfield, it's Hart. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
But we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. So the big blitz on 3rd and almost unmanageable now leaves him in 4th and pretty much impossible.
Perfect job by the defense, being aggressive, taking advantage of a known passing situation, catching the offense a little bit off guard. Maybe they thought they were going to play a little bit more conservative, but the blitz gets home, and they get the quarterback for the sack.
He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. So here comes the Missouri State offense. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Quarterback making checks, trying to beat him to the corner on the right. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try to get the edge on the left. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Timeout, Western Kentucky.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end.
Here we go.
Clark wants to throw. Fires to the right. He's got it. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We've come to the end of the period. It's Missouri State holding the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. He wants to change this route. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Turning it on. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Missouri State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Arkansas was anything but dominant today, but the Hogs are going to leave Razorback Stadium winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the Elkhorn. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Looking left. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Looking for a crease. It's Lawrence. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. From inside the 10, here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Looking downfield on first down. He's taking a deep shot. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. The Hilltoppers headed quickly to the line. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late.
No gain on the play.
One more play to pad the stats. To the air on second down. Looking for the end zone. And the pass is incomplete. They were going for the fabulous parting gift, but instead will just go home with a loss. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes on.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.